Well, hello again, everybody. Hope you're well. Bad Dad, chapter 25 is my next installment. I'm here back in my favourite chair, and the chapter is called Boom! Frank was thrown around like a sack of potatoes in the boot as Queenie raced down the roads. Finally, the little car came to a halt. Somehow the boy was still alive, though he had absolutely no idea where they were. All he did know was that his father was driving a getaway car. But what they were getting away from, well, that was the mystery. The boy put his ear next to the boot door and listened. First the car door opened. Then there was the sound of footsteps. Tap, tap, tap. Soon after, boom! There was an explosion. An alarm started ringing. Ring! And then he heard fingers shouting, "Come on! Come on! We've got 5 minutes until the police arrive!" The boy had to see what was going on. He forced open the boot a tiny little bit, and out he peeked. There was black smoke from the explosion, but as it cleared, Frank could make out a little sign. It read, "Bank." The boy was only 11, nearly 12, but he had found himself in the middle of a real-life bank robbery. Suddenly he was scared, not just for himself, but also for his dad. If the police caught his father, he'd be sent to prison for a very long time. Frank leaped out the boot and crawled along the road beside the car. He popped his head right up next to the driver. "Ah!" cried his dad, seeing his son. He wound the window down. "What are you doing here?" the man demanded. "What are you doing here?" the boy demanded. "I asked first," snapped Dad. "I was worried. I climbed into the boot. I didn't want you to do anything stupid." "Well, what's more stupid than climbing into the boot of a car?" "Robbing a bank," said the boy. "We are not robbing a bank," replied Dad. "Well, what are you doing then?" Fingers and thumbs are just checking their savings accounts." "By blowing off the door?" It's Saturday night. They didn't realise the bank was closed." Oh. Frank rolled his eyes. "Look, Dad, I may be a kid, but I'm not daft. I know exactly what you are doing. Now, we need to get out of here fast." I can't," replied Dad. "Why not?" "They are bad men, Frank. They are capable of bad things. They'll hurt me. They'll hurt you." "Then let's just drive and drive and drive and never stop." "They'll find us." At that moment, Fingers and Thumbs ran out of the bank, carrying a brown suitcase which wasn't quite shut. It was trailing money everywhere. £50 notes were fluttering like butterflies in the sky. "Drive!" said Thumbs. On seeing a child standing by the car, Fingers shouted, "What the blazes is he doing here?" I don't know. Hey, kid, scram," said Dad. Fingers looked at the boy. "Hey, he looks just like you." Poor boy," replied Dad. "He's your son." Dad looked at Frank again. "Oh, yes, so he is." "So what's he doing here, then?" demanded Thumbs. I thought it was Bring Your Kid to Work Day," replied Dad, clearly hoping that the joke might soften them. He was wrong, as the two goons gave the man the death stare. Nino, Nino, Nino. There wasn't a time to explain, as the police car was speeding down the road towards them. "It's the Faz!" yelled Fingers. "Come on!" Fingers and Thumbs dived into the Mini through the passenger side. "Mate, get in!" shouted Dad as he revved the engine. "How?" pleaded the boy. "Jump!" The police car got closer and closer. "Nino, Nino!" Dad revved the engine. The two heavies in the back started shouting, "Leave the little fool! Nasty little runt! Mate, jump in!" begged Dad. With that, the boy leapt head first into the car. The engine roared and Queenie sped off down the street, with Frank's bottom sticking out of the window.